Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite tips and tricks video. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys two separate solo wins, some portions of them that I got recently on this game, and basically talking about how to make smart decisions or my decision making process throughout the game. People really seem to like those videos when I get into it because I think that is a very important aspect of the game. You know, how is your Fortnite IQ, I guess you could say, and everyone makes good decisions sometimes and makes bad decisions other times. So we're going to analyze my gameplay, talk about some good moves I made, some bad moves I made, and ultimately how I was able to get these couple of solo victory royales. If you guys could drop a like on this video, I would very much appreciate that. Let's go for 1,500 likes. That would be absolutely incredible if we could hit that. Also, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. I would very much appreciate that. Go ahead and click that sub button if you guys are new and not already subscribed, and that notification bell. A huge shout out to the notification squad. And I also want to say a huge shout out to everyone that still to this day, a lot of people are supporting me on in the item shop, the Goblin YT, and I know they haven't been dropping as many hype skins lately, but hopefully I think more should be coming soon. And I mean, it's Fortnite, so they're always rolling in and out of new content every single week, pretty much, right? Every single couple days it seems like, with new stuff in the shop. So make sure to use my code the Goblin YT in the item shop. I very much appreciate everyone doing that, and a big shout out to everyone right there. So let's get right into this video and let's talk about it. Now, this was the first or not the first engagement of this game, but the second engagement, because I got that sort of free kill off the start, and you can see there how I basically played it in a very positioning based play style. And that's the style where I didn't try to outbuild him, I didn't try to outshoot him, I just sort of outmaneuvered him and used the angles to get that fight off without taking any damage. After this, and these gameplays are not super high kill wins, I just thought these were good ones to dissect sort of mid to late game decision making. So right here, I'm trying to move into the zone. I'm getting shot at from a guy that is out of the zone, right? So or at least near the edge of the zone. So obviously I don't want to move back towards him, but the facts are that I hit a few shots, and either I have to make a decision at that point where either I'm going to run away or I'm going to go and try to take out this kill, which at this point I was like, I have a good amount of mats. This guy, it doesn't seem like the toughest fight. Now you can see here how I'm taking this on. I could easily take the shot on him, but I'm just making sure that I don't take any damage out of that fight because I kind of could tell the way, I say don't judge players based off their skins or based off anything like that, but once you can see them build or try to shoot at you or different things like that, you can tell, oh my gosh, this guy sniped me and I was jumping, he's really good, or this guy would built up this fast, he's obviously a pretty good player. That guy was kind of stationary, just trying to get some shots in on me, so I took my time and I was able to win that one. But then of course, as happens with this game, a third party shows up, and when third party shows up, there's different situations that happen. There, of course, I'm basically isolated them because I'd already killed the first guy, so now I'm isolating this fight, and I'm pushing this guy with a double ramp rush. I could have done a triple ramp rush there, but my mission was sort of not really to, honestly, my mission wasn't to get right on top of him because he was right down low. It was just to get closer to him without being shot at. And of course, when I'm building up, I can't really get shot at. I took a little bit of fall damage there, but it wasn't a big deal at all. Now at this point, I kind of lost this guy, and he played a pretty weird play style, which people have been doing lately. I try to bait this guy into the traps, he doesn't fall for it, and this guy is just completely turtling up. So this is a situation where, of course, I wanted to knock out this wall, get an angle on him, and once I did, it was just two quick peeks right there. And that one, I think, did I just get a hit marker with no damage on that second one? I think that might have been a hit marker with no damage. I don't know what happened there, but we got him with a third one anyway. And I did end up taking one shot there, which was just because of the fact that I didn't hit him in the headshot for the instant kill on the first one. But, that's going to happen. You can't play a game perfectly. And if I'm making one mistake and the consequence of my mistake is taking 60 damage, that's usually fine because, look, this is me a little bit later in the game, a few minutes later, whatever, and I'm totally fine. I got shields, I got, not that many mats, and a lot of weapons. So this guy, of course, challenges me for the build fight when they start building up, and usually you want to match them when they do that. Right there, I try to get a shot on him. Somehow he hits me when I'm above him, and I don't hit him there, so I was kind of puzzled about that. But you can see here I'm taking my time, and I'm realizing, hey, I have the height advantage on this guy. I wanted to pop this 50 pot just to make sure. You don't know nowadays, especially when, obviously I can most likely win this fight with 169 health, but hey, 200 is better than that, and especially when shotguns hit for so much. You can see there I hit him for 120 with the shotgun, and then after that I knew, okay, this guy's obviously pretty weak. I'm going to spray him down, and I'm going to eliminate him for that kill and get his mats and different things like that. So at this point, I have a decent amount of mats, around 1,800. People always say, my big thing for late game is you always, look, I'm still farming up and I have 1,800. You can never have enough, and you never know when the last player, or the last 5 players for that matter of fact, could be Bob the Builders or FaZe Tfue when it comes to building, and you have to play it safe. So I'm always farming up, and at this point, I of course hear this guy gliding in on top of me. It's a simple look up, and when you have a gold scar, and it's pretty easy. The bloom on that gun isn't nearly as bad as it is on most of the other ARs, and that was one player who just made a mistake. He just tried to approach me. He assumed assumed that I just couldn't shoot him out of the air, that I was a bad player, and obviously I ended up punishing him with that. Now, this is a unique situation I was in. This game basically came to, we were fighting, and basically it was some huge build fights, but not really, people weren't really, trying to fight. People were either, getting some shots in on me, I was backing off to heal, getting some shots in on them, they were backing off to heal. So here I get to a point where I get one down there, and there's 3 people left, and I'm able to hit that guy down there, but just because of the height advantage, and I'm able to actually take him out with a Kobe from long range. I was absolutely insane with that grenade launcher, and now I'm in a 1v1 with a player that I already knew this guy was a decent player going in, for the fact that, I'd been battling on and off with this guy for the last little bit. And what I did here, you can see, this was a very, very tough fight, but luckily I was able to win it, just in the matter of fact that I think it just came down to whoever hit the shot right at the end. But you can see here, this is going to be tough. We're both near each other, we're both up in a base, we both have to move, and my mentality here was, okay, I want to get this guy to drop down, and let's get a fight in on him. So I was going to use my grenade launcher here, and I didn't plan on shooting enough grenade launchers to blow the whole thing up, but I plan on getting him to drop, which I do hear him drop a little bit. However, he didn't end up dropping that much, but I was able to regain and get the high ground above this player, which allowed me to get that shot in. Unfortunately, this guy was moving pretty quick and building pretty quick, so that shot wasn't a bang, 210 to the head. It was 30 or something like that. And at this point, we're just matching each other, making sure that, we're all building up. He comes into the storm to challenge me, which kind of shows me that I know this guy was a confident player. Ends up deagling the wall, and luckily I had the SMG ready to go, because of course when you deagle a wall, he's gonna have to take that time to switch back to his shotgun, and that's what ended up with me winning the game. So right there, it came down to a lot of smart decision making. When it came to down to that final fight, that could have gone either way, because we were both in really bad spots, 2 decent players, at least it seemed like from there, and that's how I was able to get the victory royale. So moving into the second game, this one we pick it up more late game, where I already had a couple of kills early, and at this point I'm fighting against a guy that is playing the turtling up playstyle, which you'll see quite a bit nowadays. A lot of people, even before you hit them, some players nowadays will run to the nearest building, turtle up, and it is tough to play against and tough to, make your smart decisions around, because I have to decide at this point what I want to do and how I want to take on this fight, while also there's a huge possibility. I mean, look, there's 5 people left. There's a huge possibility we get third partied. Once again here, I get some more shots in on this guy with the shotgun, use that to knock him down, and he falls back to the other side. You can see basically how I'm pretty much always staying above this guy. Whenever he tries to get above me, I have the RPG, or I can just shoot him down, or I can match his building to level the playing field. However, ideally, I don't want to use that many mats in this fight, because the more mats I use, the more mats he uses also, and if I end up killing him, I want to have more mats in my pocket, and also more mats in his pocket for me to loot, because whatever's in his pocket is going to be in mine after I basically loot his backpack and take the stuff. It's not even backpacks or pockets, it's just the loot in this game, your inventory. So eventually this guy drops down into here, and you can see it's always his mentality is turtling up. I'm in here, he doesn't try to trap me or anything like that. He tries to go back for the high ground, and I realize this is one of those players that he must be either really weak, or that's just his playstyle, because he really doesn't seem to want to engage in a fight too much. He wants to build. I don't know what it is, but when I do get my chance for a good shot in on him, I make it count. 189 to the head, and that's an easy decision to win a fight without taking any damage past that point, because boom, you basically delete them in one shot. And of course, with a lot of the shotguns, anything over anything over a green pump, the pump, so blue, purple, and gold, can actually have that 200 one-shot potential, which is crazy. This guy flies in, and once again, another player that just dips out his plane and tries to challenge me right away. And this is going to happen. Like, a lot of players, especially like this guy, obviously coming in after a fight. I don't know if he knew that I just fought that guy or not, but we exchanged some RPGs. I take my time to get some shots in here with the gold AK, which is top 2, might be my favorite gun. It's either this or the gold shotgun, because I said the gold shotgun in my top guns video, but I don't know, I've been liking the AK even more since then, so the AK might be my #1 now. It's still up for grabs, so it depends on your playstyle, but I'm able to, of course, when I do get the chance to win that gunfight, approach him and be able to take out that gunfight. And now I'm in a scenario where there's 3 people left, but we're stuck in a big zone. I mean, this zone's pretty big for 3 people left. I see 2 of them fighting over there, or I see at least 1 player over there, and then obviously he's building against the other player, so I get those shots in long range with the beautiful gold AK, and this guy starts shooting me back. So obviously he knows where I'm at, I know where he's at, but he was just in a build fight, and at this point I kind of have to play probabilities, which is, hey, if he was just in a build fight, perhaps he took some damage in that fight, right? Like if they shot at each other and he took some damage. So I do a strategy where I spam my RPGs to shoot him down, and it looks like he's turtling, so Either he's turtling to protect himself from the RPGs or to shield up or a little bit of both. I hit him 66 right there, headshot from that range. Incredible with the gold AK. And of course, after this point, I already have, this is one of the like easiest moves in the game. When you fly in and there's already high ground built for you, that's always a way where it's tough when people do that to you. It's like the ultimate third party, you know, and it's tough when you do it to other people. It puts you in a good situation, them in a really bad one. And I realize I'm in a really good situation here. This guy has to run to me. Of course, I make sure I'm a fair distance away and hopefully don't mess up that RPG, slice it right in the cracks there, and that's why when people are, you know, that double build in, when you're doing that, it protects you, of course, from the top, but when people have that angle from the side, they can, you know, make you pay like that. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys could, you can see in that second game, we only took 138 damage in the whole game, and we were able to win with, I think, 7 kills, so a pretty decent game. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like, subscribe, check out some of my other vids, turn that notification bell on, and I'm out. Peace.